ora il momento della Coppa Volpi per la migliore interpretazione femminile. Presidente, chi è la vincitrice?
There were so many extraordinary performances by women this year, but the one we had to award it to, the Coppa Volpi for Best Actress, is Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman.
Few things to deal with. Put this in here. Or is this the second? Shaking. Thank you so much to the Venice Film Festival and Alberto, and to the whole jury, and to Kate, who I've looked up to for so long. You are one of my biggest inspirations, so this means so much. I'm totally overwhelmed at being stood here, knowing all the women that have stood here before me. So thank you. And especially in this time to come together, for cinema is a miracle, and this festival is a lifeline for the movies that I'm in this year, and to have done it so safely and smoothly is truly a miracle. So I first have to thank Cornel Mondrisco, my fearless leader, director, visionary. Thank you so much, Cornel, for allowing me to be your Martha. And to Kata Weber, the writer, for your beautiful words and the courage to share this story, your story with the world, knowing that it needed to be told. To the producers, Kevin Turin, Ashley and Sam Levinson, Victoria, Aaron Gilbert, Brandon, all my family at Bron, thank you for taking a chance on me in my first lead role in a film and trusting me with that responsibility. To Martin Ledwith and Kim Gillingham for your guiding light. To Christian Hedel, my agent, who's here, for your unwavering faith and belief in me from the moment that we met. To Luke Windsor, who's here too, for everything that you do for me, and Joseph Crawford as well, and so many laughs along the way. To the Moynihan family, you are the heart of this film, and you know that. To Elan McAllister, who was our birth consultant, who we call the Samurai. She literally helped us give birth to this movie. And to the woman in London who allowed me to watch her give birth live. I couldn't have done this part without that unbelievably generous act in your sacred moment. And to my mum and dad for giving birth to me and giving me the life that I have. I owe it all to you, and I love you. To David Yasko, the maestro, the editor on both The World to Come and Pieces of a Woman. Thank you for your exquisite work and your sleepless nights. On The World to Come, I also just want to thank Mona Fassvold and Catherine Waterston for being the sisterhood with me and for telling the stories of those unknown women who hadn't been told before. And to Benjamin Loeb, our incredible DOP, who was our comrade in the trenches, who held a gimbal for the entire movie, including the nearly 30-minute birth sequence, and followed us around the room as it happened. Your work is phenomenal. You're a genius. Thank you. And to Ellen Burstein, my hero, also like family, I honor you, and I'm so grateful for everything you taught me and standing alongside me in this journey. And for Shia, who was the greatest ally, friend, and creative dance partner I could ever hope for. Thank you for the trust, the respect, the delicacy with which we navigated the responsibility of this story, and for supporting this very female story, the championing it from beginning to end that needed to be told. I honor you, and this is shared with you, Shia. And most of all, this is shared with all the mothers who have lost through stillbirth, through miscarriage, through neonatal death. This is for the lives that have been lost before they began, who haven't had their story told. My hope is that this film may encourage conversation and support around the women, families, and fathers who have lost too. In a time where it's easy to spot differences rather than similarities, I hope these stories will help us find each other. When we hear our story or our pieces of a story in another, I feel that it shatters the isolation and loneliness that keeps the grief trapped. And we can know that we are not alone, even if we feel loneliness, and we can connect through our pain. And that connection in itself is healing. The mystery of why some of us are here or not here we'll never be able to reconcile or resolve, but we can come together to tell and share stories about them. So to end, I would love to name 2 people, Kelly Daniel, who lost her daughter, Luciana, in the very, very similar way to Martha in our story does. And she shared her story all the way through, from before the film throughout. And so this is for you, Kelly, and I want to say to Luciana that you're here, that I acknowledge you, that you're real, and this is for you. This is your story too. Thank you so much.